The most memorable games I've played most of the time are, they're not really like the ones that people talk about too much. It's just the ones that always surprise me, like something that I've never heard of, or something that like is only talked about like a little bit, and then I play it and then I'm just blown away by something. That's usually the kind of stuff that it sticks in my mind or inspires me for later in my life.
I think that video games do affect health, but only at an extreme. At lower amounts, I think that it helps improve certain abilities like motor functions and like reflexes.
My most memorable games have been Wii Sports and probably Donkey Kong Country Returns, because they were definitely like they introduced me to gaming. Like the Wii just in general was like a starting point for me.
I would say video games are good for people that have a lot of free time that they want to get into a new hobby for. You can also learn, because there's lots of technical sides to it. I don't really see lots of negatives in video games besides the amount of time you spend. I found myself wanting to find more extracurriculars, so I spent less time. Although it's very flexible, and you can learn about tech, you can learn about certain connections depending on if you're playing online games. There's a lot to be learned with video games, and there's a lot in that space.
When I transferred here from like a middle school, because I came here freshman year like completely new, I had like friends that I knew like only exclusively online for middle school. And I think because of video games, I've been able to stay in contact with them like all these years later. Like I'm still in contact with them. So I think that's pretty cool how video games can like keep people together for as long. Like even though we don't see each other physically, we've still been able to connect.
One of the positive things about video games was I met probably one of my best friends, which he lives in New Zealand, so it's a pretty far distance. His gamer tag was Rat, so that's how I knew him until I met his real name. I don't know if I should say that, but yeah, I would hang out with him every day, just on a call. We'd play games, and it was like this different bond of, it's not who you are or what you look like, it's you get that connection with just that video game, and you can just play over and over, no worries.